ओके ठीक है। ओके ये तो हमारी अपनी साइट थी। लेट्स टेक ओरिजिनल वन, या दिस वन। Okay, so yesterday we have created this section. Today it's gonna be this one. Okay, so if you were to focus a little bit, so it's almost similar to the above section. Like similarly to the above section, we have cards that are aligned side by side. We have the top section and the bottom section. Like almost everything is like similar. Okay, and your assignments were really good, but I need you to focus. Like the assignment should be exactly like what you see on this website. The main issue with your assignments was the width issue. Your width was spanning 100%, around 100% of the screen. For example, I have the width here, like this assignment. So basically, if you were to see here, there's no space here. Okay, it's good. The above section is good, but the bottom section, it's basically spanning up over 100% of the screen. Whereas if you were to look at the real site, it has a lot of space from the left and the right side. Okay, so this was the main issue, and it was, I guess, yeah. And Mr. Imran, yours was good, but the cards need some, more styling. Okay, so yeah, the width for this one was good, but again the top section is not aligned. So basically, if you were to look here, they are basically perfectly aligned. Like the top section and the bottom section are totally aligned. So basically, the width of the top and the bottom section are equal. Okay, so you have to focus on these minute details because they sum up to the actual website. In order for website to look good, you have to focus on these minute details. Other than that, the assignments were really good. Okay, so let's move towards the next section. Which assignment was it? Wait. So how do I open my recent code? How do I open up my recent folders? Like what's the procedure for opening up?
You have to click on File.
Okay, file, and then I want to check my recent ones.
Open recent.
Yeah, good. Open recent, and then our website was this flex site ref. Okay, so make sure you're in the index.html and before you start the go live server. Okay, make sure you're in the index file. So it's gonna take up some time to warm up, so it should appear any minute now. Yeah, okay, go live. Okay, so this was what I was trying to say. So if you were to look at the top section and the bottom section, they are perfectly aligned. Okay, so that's how your assignment should be. Okay, so let's move towards the next section. So what do you see? What do you see in this section?
The bestsellers one?
Yeah, the best sellers one. What do you
More
see?
pictures.
No. What I meant is what's the structure? Like how many divs, how many containers, like that.
One container.
Very good. One container. Very good. So now you are getting things. Very good. So basically we have this one container. Okay. What next? Then inside this one container, how many more containers do we have?
5.
Uh-huh.
4.
Nope.
4.
Nope. How many can?
Two.
Two. Yeah, two. So the top section and this bottom section. So the top section and this bottom section, because all of these are aligned side by side, so it would mean two things. That is it has a parent, and that parent has a display of flex. So another container. Okay, so inside the top container, how many more containers do we have?
2.
Yeah, two. Good. One for the heading and one for this. What is this? This red thing?
Underline.
Nope, it's not underlined. You guys told me yesterday about this. What is this red line? HR, yeah, good. So this H2 and this red line, so these are two divs. Okay, so how many divs do we have inside the second one? Don't focus on this one at the moment.
4.
4, yeah, good. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now all 4 of them are styled exactly the same. So what's the procedure? If they are styled exactly the same, how are we gonna code it? Like, do we have to code each of them separately? Do we have to code each of them separately, or?
You could just do one and then copy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to ask. Okay, so let's go inside the single card. So what do you see inside the single card? How many divs? How many divs do you see inside the single card?
4.
Yeah, good. 4, 4. It's 4. So basically, all of these, all of the red dots are aligned side by side. So that would mean two things. And what are those two things?
It has a parent.
Good. It has a parent. Very good. It has a parent, and it has a display of flex. Good. So there's one div, and inside this one div we have 3 divs. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now towards the second section. So this is our heading, and then towards this section, the price section. So this is our price, and then this image section. So we're gonna be like this. Okay. So this same styling is applied to every other car as well. So let's start coding. So let's go back to our code. Let me collapse this section so that we have more space. Let me put the comment, and let's call it best sellers section. Okay, so how many divs do we have at the start? Like, this is your layout, the one you have created. So we have a single div that is holding for the divs. So let's name it sellers dash container. Okay, so inside this sellers container, how many more divs do we have?
2.
Yeah, good. 2. So we have to, so give me a name for the top div. For this one, give me any name, any sensible name. What should be the sensible name for the top one? It should be any name, just give me one name, so that it represents the top section that is relevant to the sellers.
Top container.
But top container is not referring to the sellers. Give me something that is referring to the top section and the sellers section. It could be anything. It could be anything.
Top seller.
Yeah, we can say, yeah, good. So we can say top seller. Yeah, it's good. And for the bottom one, what we can say is,
Bottom seller.
yeah, we can say bottom sellers or seller. Okay, so inside the top seller, we are going to have how many divs? 2. Okay, so one for this heading. Where is this heading? This, copy it, and maybe it's going to be H2, so it'll be best seller. And staying inside this same div, top sellers, we're going to have the second div. And what is this second div? This red line?
HR.
Yeah, good. So we're going to say HR. Okay, so the top section is now done. So let's move towards this bottom one. Okay, so the bottom one has 4 divs, but all of them are styled the same. So we are just going to create the one div and copy paste the other 3. So what should we name the single card? Giving a name for the single card. It should refer to the seller section and the card. Okay, I'm not gonna do it today. Yeah.
Can we do e-cards?
E-cards, how would E refer to the seller section?
Oh, so S cards?
Yeah, we
Can we
can.
just do like card 1, card 2?
No, it wouldn't refer to the seller section then. Some of you I guess have said S card. Yeah, so we can say S card. So now it's referring to card and it's referring to the S for seller as well. Okay, so it makes more sense. Okay, so inside this S card we had how many divs? We had like 1 2 3 4. Let's make this div for the last. Okay, let's keep this one for the last, and let's move towards the second, third and fourth one. So we have this. Which heading is this? This one.
Card 1 setting?
No, I meant to say which heading, like H1, H2, H3, which one?
H.
Uh-huh. We have given this H2. Okay, this one is H2. This one needs to be smaller than this one. Yeah, it should be H3. So these are the minute details I was talking about. Okay, so if the upper one is H2, then the cards one should be smaller than the H2. So it will be H3 or H4, whatever is specified in the design. Okay, so let's call it Crunch Burger. Copy it, paste it. Okay, so underneath this heading we have this div. Now this div is holding this heading again, but this div is styled a certain way. So we're gonna create a div. What should I name this div? This one. Like, give me a name. It should be referring to, yeah, we can do price. Yeah, so if I want to refer it to seller price, how can I say that? Like yeah, good. We can say s dash price. So now it's referring to the price as well as the seller section. Okay, now this has a unique feature. If you can see, this rs is basically aligned a little at bottom, and this price is aligned a bit top to that, relevant to that rs. So we have studied about this tag. Do you guys remember?
For which one?
This one, rs is a bit down as compared to 310.
It was the sub one?
Yeah, good. Sub and super. Okay, subscript and superscript. So sub is if you want to have something a little down as relevant to the other thing. So sub is for that if you want it to be a little down, and super is if you want to have it at the top. Okay, so I'm gonna have, let's say, h4. Now inside this h4, first I want to have this rs to be at the bottom. So what's the tag? Sub. Good. I'm gonna say rs. And staying inside the same h4, we are going to have this 310 that is a bit up as compared to the rs. So what's the tag?
Soup.
Soup. Yeah, so it's gonna be 310, let's say. So if I were to go back to my website, so can you see rs as compared to 310? Can you guys see just at the bottom corner, bottom
Yes.
left
Yeah.
corner?
Yes.
Okay, so after this we have this image. Let's take this one. This one looks good. Copy image address, and outside this s price div, make sure you're inside the s card because all of these are the part of the same div. So I'm going to say image and then paste it. So what should be the width of this image?
100%?
Yeah, good. So we're going to say take whatever the parent is giving you, 100%. And one more thing, you should not manipulate height, because height is auto adjusted as you enter the text, as you enter the content inside the div auto takes up the height. Okay, if you're going to change the height, it's going to disturb your layout. Okay, so height should never be disturbed. It's going to be auto adjusted. So save it. Now let's go back to our website. So now we have this card. So the structure is ready. How many cards do we need? This S card, how many do we need?
4.
4. Yeah, so 1, copy it down. How do we copy something down?
Control Shift down.
Uh-huh. Shortcut for copying.
R shift down.
All shift.
It's shift alt.
Yeah,
down.
shift.
R shift down.
Then shift all that are down. You shouldn't press alt first, because if you were to press alt, it's gonna target these things. Okay, so what's the shortcut? First we're gonna press
R shift.
Shift.
Shift
Alt arrow down. Yeah. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So save it. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's looking really ugly, but Flex is going to do magic. So I want these cards to be aligned side by side. What should I do?
Display flex.
Yeah, go display Flex on what?
On the parent.
Who's the parent? Like it's right in front of you.
Explore. Bottom seller. No, seller.
Bottom seller, yeah, bottom seller. Bottom seller is the parent of the cards. So we want the cards to be side by side. So bottom seller should be targeted. So here we're gonna say dot bottom seller. And I'm gonna say display to be Flex, and that's it. Okay. So now the problem that you had in your assignments was you were basically doing the width of this one only. We want all of the parent to have a certain width. Okay, if you were to decrease the width of the parent, the children inside that parent are going to be aligned with the parent itself, so you don't have to manually do the children. Okay, so if you were to target the parent, the children inside it are auto adjusted, okay, according to the parent. So tell me, if I want to now I need you to focus on the minute details. I want this section, the bestseller section, to be aligned perfectly with the explore menu section. So what should I do if I want to align my bestseller section according to the explore menu? What should I do?
Do you have to use flex?
No, we have already used the Flex in order to make them go all side by side. So what's the thing you see in explore menu that we don't have in bestsellers? Like, what's the difference you see?
The size difference?
Yeah, exactly, the size difference. And how is size referred in CSS? What's the property for change? Yeah, good, width. So basically what we want to do is, the first thing, the major thing that we see here is the width. So tell me, whose width do we have to change?
The best sellers?
Yeah, good, the best sellers. Like the main, all of the container. And what's the name of the main container?
Seller?
Yeah, good. So it's the sellers container. We don't have to target top sellers, or we don't have to target bottom sellers, because it's going to change only that specific child's width. If you were to change the parent's width, the top seller and the bottom seller is going to be aligned accordingly to the parent. Okay, so let's target the main parent. So copy it, go back to CSS dot sellers container, and I'm just gonna say width. What was the width of explore section? This section, do you guys remember? Or should I go up a bit? Let's say here. So what's the width of the 70? Yeah. So we're gonna say width be 70%. Save it. So it's not in the center. What should I do?
Margin auto?
Yeah, good. So I'm gonna say margin. Let's now say 2 rem from top and bottom, and auto from left and right. Now if you were to see, these are perfectly aligned. Are they or are they not? Like, it's the same width at the above section. So these are the designing details you have to keep in focus, because these are the things that make your website look good. Okay, so first let's I guess we should target the bestseller one. Okay, so what should I do with this one in order to make it look like this one? What's the first things I should do?
Capital.
Yeah, capital. So what's the property? So first of all, before the property, what's the name of this thing? Like, what's the name of this
Text
div?
transform.
No. What's the name of the div? This div.
Oh, hold on. Which one?
This one. The best sellers one.
Top seller.
Yeah, good. Top sellers. So we're gonna say top dash sellers, and then H2. What does this mean?
It's targeting H2.
That is inside.
Top sellers.
Yeah, good. That is inside the top sellers one only. So what's the property?
It's text transform.
Yeah, good. Text transform, and then
Uppercase.
uppercase. Good. Save it. It didn't do anything. Why is that? Because it's not top sellers, it's top seller. Okay, so we have written here top sellers. It should be top seller. Okay, so since this is done, let's do this. This what is this? This one,
The HR.
the HR. So if I were to say, let's say HR, what would happen?
It will go. It will affect all of the
Yeah,
HRs.
good, good. So we want to get this one only, this one. So what should I write?
So you can write top seller
Good,
HR.
very good. Top seller space HR. So it's going to target only
HR.
the HR that is inside the top seller section. So we're going to say width. So maybe let's say, what was the width we did with the upper one? It was 7%. So I'm going to say 7%. Yeah, it's 7% now. What more do we need? What more do we need
I'm
to
sorry.
have?
Can you say that again?
Sorry?
Background.
Yeah, the background, good. So I'm going to say background color, this one. But it's not going to be applied. Why is that?
The height.
Yeah, good. So I'm going to say the height. Let's say 2px maybe. Yeah, good. But what do we see around this red thing?
The border.
The
Yeah, good.
border.
The border. So how do we, make it go?
The
Just
border
border.
none.
Good.
Border.
Border,
Yeah.
none. I guess it's too thin. So what should we do in order to make it a little, thick?
Mm,
Look at this HR and this HR.
Increase the height.
Yeah, good. Increase the height. So we're gonna say, let's say 3px. Yeah, now it's looking good. So what more do we need is, I want to have space from this section and this section. So let's target this
gap.
section.
Event
Yeah, good. Gap.
or
We can't use gap. Why can't we use gap? Like, the property is
wait,
good.
I have a question.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
use padding?
We can use padding. Yeah, we can use padding, but there's going to
Would
be a
that
little
be
issue.
justify concept?
Justify content is a
Can
property
you
of
use that?
flex. It's not going to be applied unless you apply flex.
Mm.
So we can do that. So let's
Mm.
talk about the padding first, and then we'll talk about the justify content in detail. So why can't we use the padding? So first thing, in which div should we use the padding? Like you've said padding. In which div should we do it? Like, which div do we give
In
padding to?
both.
In both. And who's like, in both what? Like top sellers and bottom seller?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's target the bottom seller first. Let's say bottom seller. So if you were to give padding, there's going to be a little issue. Let's say 2 rem. It'll apply space. But now if you were to see, can you see the difference here? Like, it's compacted.
Oh,
Like,
it's not aligned.
yeah, it's not aligned. So that's the problem with padding. But there's another way. We can do it like this. What would this mean? Well,
From the top and bottom will be 2
yeah,
right.
good.
Left, right will be
Yeah,
0.
so it's gonna work and it'll be aligned as well. So it does work.
Got it.
Okay, so it
Okay.
does work. But there's another a good approach, because padding is, it's gonna make these cards smaller. We don't want that. Okay,
Got it.
so what we can do instead is we can put margin. So it's not gonna affect anything inside the bottom sellers. It's gonna be affected outside the bottom sellers. You don't get it.
Okay.
Okay, you don't get it. Wait.
Yeah, can you show it to us?
Yeah, sure. Wait. Let me put the border first. Let's say border, and let's say 3 pixels solid and red, so we can see what's happening. So this is, at the moment, this is your bottom sellers. Okay, so if I were to put padding here, like let's say 2 rem, so what would happen? We would have a space from the inside. Okay, nothing is affected from the outside. Okay, did you guys get this thing? Like, the
Yeah.
padding is only going to affect the inner thing. So if you affect the inner thing, these cards are going to be affected as well. Like, the width is going to be decreased, the height is going to be decreased, so it's going to affect our styling. Okay, so if I were to, let's say, put margin instead, let's say 2 rem and 0, and let me comment this one. So nothing is going to be affected from the inside, but it's going to be affected from the outside. So basically, it totally depends on the context you want to use. For example, for the time being, we wanted to have space from the top side. Okay, we can use padding, but what's going to happen is it's going to affect your inner cards. Okay, we don't want that. So what we wanted is, we wanted to have space from the outside. So what should we use, margin or padding?
Margin.
Margins, yeah. So what if we wanted to have some space from the inside, like we don't want from the outside?
Got it.
Yeah, so only then you have to use padding. So now you get the difference. Okay, if you wanted to
Yeah.
have space from the outside, it should be margin. But if you wanted to have some space from the inside of that container, so then you can use padding. Okay, so let me remove this border. Okay, now we're good. So what more should we do? What do you see? Like what is it that we have to do in order to make it look like this and not like this? What's missing?
The background.
Yeah, good.
Gray.
The background color. The background color of these cards. So Colorzilla, copy it. So where do I have to put this color? Like
In the card.
yeah, and what was card named?
I think S card.
Yeah, S card. So when I say S card, how many cards is it going to select?
Just one.
One.
Uh-huh. Like
All of them.
yeah.
All of them.
We have 4 cards that are named S card. So it's gonna target all 4 of them. Okay? So I'm gonna say S card and background and this. So it's gonna work, but we would have not what we want.
No gap.
Yeah, good gap. Where do I put the gap?
You forgot the parent.
Yeah, parent, yeah, good. So we're gonna say gap and 2 rem, I guess. Not 2 rems too much, so let's say 1 rem. Okay, so there's one more thing you need to know. This gap only works if you have a display of flex in place. Okay, it's not gonna work otherwise. You have to have a display of flex in order for this gap to work. Okay. Okay, it's looking good now. Almost like similar, but not that much similar. So what more should we do? What more has to be done?
The price.
The price, yeah. So what do I have to do with the price?
You gotta bring it to the like the middle.
Yeah, good. Not it's not in the middle.
Or
It's
to the right.
yeah, to the right. So there's one more thing. The more what's like more apparent. The placing or the color. What's more apparent?
The color.
The color. So first we have to give it color so we can see where that thing is placed. So what was the name of this price section? I guess it was I guess S price.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're gonna say dot S price and background color and this. Yeah. So what should be done? Like I'm not gonna do anything today. You have to dictate me everything. So what should be done? What's the next property we should apply?
Use Clippy.
Okay, yeah, we can use Clippy. But if you were to use Clippy now, it's gonna clip our text as well.
Oh. The width.
The width, yeah. So we're gonna say the width. And back in I guess in our first and second class, we have discussed the concept about max width. Did we? Like width, and I wanted to have the width equal to this, like the as much content as there is. So what was the property? Have we discussed about this?
I don't think so.
Okay, so basically there's a property that is going to take, for example, what I want right now is I want this red bar to have as much width as there is content present inside it. Okay, I don't know how much width that has to be. Okay, or do I? Do I know it? Or we don't, yeah. So what we can say is we're going to say width and then max content. So what's going to happen is CSS is auto going to judge how much content is present inside that div, and it's gonna make it smaller according to that content. Okay,
Got it.
I guess we have discussed about this. We haven't?
No, we haven't. This is the first time.
Okay, so it will be someone else. Okay, so if you were to see now, we have why is it? It's as much white as there is content inside it. Oh, what's with this Google Translate? Okay, so I want to have some space from the inside. Now what do we have to use? Margin, na? Padding, yeah, good, padding. So we're gonna say padding, and let's say 0.5 rem and 1 rem. What does this mean?
0.5 from top and bottom, one rem
Yeah,
from left and
good,
right.
good. That's exactly it. But I guess it's too much. So maybe let's move for maybe 0.2. What do you think? Is it good or should we make it some more? I guess some more.
Little, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So the next thing I want is I want to have it on the right side. What should I do?
Some mar-
Yeah,
margin.
good. That's exactly it. So if I were to say, let's say margin 2 rem and auto, but not 2 rem. For example, if I were to say, let's say margin auto, what would happen?
It'll go in the middle.
Yeah, good. It'll go in the middle. But I want to have it on the right side.
So you're
So
gonna put
Some
margin
margin left.
left.
good, exactly. Margin left. So basically, margin auto would mean that have some space, have equal spacing from left and right. Okay. But if we were to say, let's say margin left auto, it would mean give all the spacing to the left side. So if all the spacing is given to the left side, where would our
It's
elements
gonna
be
push
placed?
it to the right.
Yeah, good. So if we were to say, let's say margin right auto, what would happen?
It'll go to the left.
Yeah,
Left.
but what's the logic behind this?
It's gonna be pushed on the right side.
Yeah, good. It's
So
gonna take
you're gonna
every
put the
space.
space on that
Yeah,
side.
yeah, exactly. So it's gonna put every space, give all the space to the right side. So if every space is given to the right side, so our element is going to be pushed towards the left side. So if we were to say the vice versa, margin left is it would mean that give all the spacing to the left side. So if all of the spacing is given to the left side, our elements is automatically pushed towards the right side. So save it. So here you have your element. But there's a problem. I guess there's too much spacing from the left side, but let's deal with that later. First we have to make it like this. And how do we make it like this?
Clip cut.
Clippy, yeah, clip path. So we're gonna
Okay.
go to Clippy. So I guess we want to have it, we had made it like it was a custom shape. Yes, I guess this one. Yeah, so let me change it. No, it wasn't this one. Which one was it?
It was the one underneath, like this one. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So I have to be precise. Is it in the middle? I guess it is in the middle. Like, how would I know if it's in the middle? There's a really good extension for that. There's an extension called page ruler. Page ruler, and then you can say extension. It's going to basically measure everything for you. Plus, it's going to tell you whether everything is aligned or not. So it's called page ruler. You can add it to Chrome, and then you can wait, let it download. Yeah, then you can simply pin it. So click on this puzzle icon and then pin it. And if you were to go back to your Clippy, click on this, and now you can have this. Yeah, so wait, is it in the middle? Can you see this yellow? Wait, let me zoom it a bit. Can you see this yellow line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I guess it's not in the middle. It has to be a little up. So
Yeah.
this, okay, copy it.
yeah.
So paste it. So is this ours? No, it's not ours. This is ours. Okay. Yeah. So this is done. So the problem I was talking about is this one. There's too much spacing from this side. I don't want that. What should I do? Like the first question is, why do I have spacing from this side, like this one?
Cause we added the
Yeah,
well, I
we
think it
added
was
what?
the padding.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Because we added the padding and it was from left and right. So now what we are going to say is, I want to have like a lower padding from this side, smaller padding from this side. What should I say? Like only from this side. What is this side? Top right, bottom left.
This
What is this one?
the right
The
side.
Yeah,
the
the
right
right side.
side.
So what we can say is padding and then
Right.
Or,
padding right.
or can you just change the number on the top where it says padding?
And
The second
here,
number?
so if you were to change here, it's gonna be like this. If I were to, let's say, if I were to choose 1 RAM, what would happen?
It
From
would
the left and
it
right.
would
Yeah,
decrease
it's gonna
from
do
both
it.
sides.
Yeah, it's gonna do it from the both
From
sides.
both.
But
So
so then can you
But
do
you
it
just
like
want right.
four numbers? Remember
yeah,
how you taught
exactly.
us?
Very good,
The
very good. That's exactly what we can do. That's very good that you guys remember. That's good.
Yeah.
So how can we do it? So let's say this one is from the top, and from the right, how much do we need? How much can I put?
for
Nah, four is
for
going to be too much. We want it to decrease.
No, I said for all four sides or just
No, no,
the
all four
left
sides.
the right. Oh, okay. You could put
You could put 1.
0.5.
0.5, yeah, it's going to be good. So it's going to be top. Now this is right, and from the bottom I wanted to have the same as this top one, so it will be,
0.2.
0.
yeah, good. And
And
then
then 0.5. Can you put 0.5?
no, I want to have more space from this side.
So 0. I know, or like put a 1.
Yeah, I can put one. Yeah. Now I want more from the left side.
Oh,
So
so 2.
2. Yeah, now it looks good.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So what more? This something else we have to do in order to make it like exactly like this. So basically what happens is when you get an order from a client, so client is going to give you the design. Okay, so you have to replicate that design exactly as it is. So basically what
Yeah.
these websites we're doing is basically it's preparing you for the real projects. Okay, so you have to exactly copy the entire thing. So what should we do?
You gotta make the number more bolder.
We can make bold.
The price.
Yeah, good, good. We have to make this one bold. So how can we do that? We have to give this a class. So let's give soup a class, and we can say, let's say, what should we say? Uh,
And you could say, um, um, does anything name price?
yeah, we can. Let's say, it should refer to bold as well.
Yeah, I was thinking bold, but I can't think of anything.
Like let's say P bold, meaning price
Oh,
bold.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, price bold. That sounds
So
good.
you have to do it for every sub. So here as well. So we're gonna say class and P bold, and here as well class, so that it can target everything, all of the prices at once. Oh no, sorry, P bold, not B bold.
Got it.
So here as well. Okay. So what now? We have given the class for this soup. Now what?
Now you're gonna style it.
Good. We're gonna say P bold.
P bold.
And how do we bold it?
And then on weight.
Good. On weight. And let's say bolder. No, it's not getting bold. What was the thing we've discussed to make it more bold yesterday? It was yesterday we have discussed about this.
Oh.
We can put numbers. So let's say 700.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not getting bold. Maybe let's say
It's not getting
900.
bold, yeah.
It's still not getting bold.
It's not working, yeah.
So have we targeted the class correctly? It was
You put
P
all of them?
bold.
Oh, wait, go back on style. Wait, oh, never mind. I thought the name was.
No, no, it's
Did we
same.
get it in all of them?
Yeah, we have given this in all of them. Look, P bold, and P bold, and yeah, we have given in all of them. So why aren't they targeted? Let's debug this. Yeah. If you have error like this, what you can do is you can simply right click on that certain thing, and then you can inspect. We have discussed about inspect a little bit, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
inspect.
Yeah.
So this part is going to tell you about the HTML, and this part is going to tell you about the CSS. So if you were to see here, look, it's targeting P bold,
Yeah.
and it's giving the font weight, but
Yeah.
it's not being applied here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is because heading is already bold, so that's why it's not applying.
Oh.
Okay, so basically the heading,
Got it.
the soup is already in H4, so it's already bold. So it can get more bold, but we can make this one lighter. Okay, we can make this one lighter. So what we can say is, let's move this one, and we can say that go inside the S price div and get me sub. What would happen here is it's going to get you the sub that is present inside the S price div, all of the subs that is inside the S price div. Okay,
Mm.
so we can say
Yeah.
font weight and then lighter, like, yeah, now it's looking like it has, this one is lighter as compared to this one. Can you see the difference?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's go towards the next. No, 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 there's still something left. What is it?
The signs, like the conspirators.
Like the headings. No, no, no.
Yeah.
There's something else. We can change the headings later. Heading is not a problem.
Okay. Then the top three
Yeah,
squares.
this one is missing. So because they are all side by side, so they ought to have a parent. Yeah. So let's go inside the first card and we can copy it in the other cards as well. So inside the first card, at the top level, we are going to target. Let's say, what should we name the parent of these three? Give me a sensible name.
For those red dots.
Yeah, for these red dots.
The dot.
B dot.
B dot. Yeah, that's good. So you can say B dots because there are three of them. Okay. Okay. So B dots is going to be the parent. And what should we name the single one? Now you have to keep in mind we cannot name them dot. Now I want you to tell me why. Why can't I name them dot?
Uh,
It's
Gonna
gonna
target only one.
hold the dot.
No, 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 no. There's a really important reason we can't name them dot.
vertical line.
No, there's another reason we can't name them dot. Why can't we name them dot? Like I've said when we were studying classes that you can name whatever you want, but now I'm saying that you can't name them dot. Why is that?
Is it
That
because we already have the dots?
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly the reason. So because the dot we have created first is targeting this one. If you were to give dot to this one, it's going to have the same styling as this one, and we don't want that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what should we name the single one? Give me a sensible name.
Can we do red square?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's say red and scare. Okay. So how many do we need?
Three.
Three. So how do I copy it down?
Shift Alt
Good.
arrow down.
Shift all around. So three of them. So yeah, that's it. So but nothing's going to happen here. Why is that? Like we have created div, we have created the children.
Color.
The height.
Yeah, good. The height and the width. So what do we have to target?
The red squares.
Yeah, good. First we are going to target the red square. And let's give it a width. So if you were to focus, the width is a bit smaller than as compared to the height. Okay. So let's say width is going to be 15 pixels. And let's make the height to be 20 pixels. But we still won't see it. But now there's some space here. Why don't we see it?
The color.
Yeah, good. The color. So we're going to say background color. And this one, this red one. Okay, great. So now they are here, but we want them side by side. How do we get them side by side?
Display select
Very good. Display flags on what?
on the parent.
Yeah,
The
good. And
red
who's the
square.
parent?
The parent was bottom seller. No,
Uh-huh. Nope.
it was the S card.
Nope. S card is the parent of the whole thing.
Oh, the B.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, good. The
B
B dots.
dots.
Yeah. I'm talking about the parent of these squares.
Oh
That is
yeah,
the B
yeah. Okay, so
dots.
B dots.
Yeah. So dot B dots. And I'm going to say display flex. Okay, great. Now they're side by side. But we want some spacing between them.
No gap.
Gap.
Good. So we're going to say gap. 0.5 rem. It's too much. So 0. Let's say 2. Where is our website? Yeah. This looks good. So I want these three to be in the center now.
Mine.
Now we have the flex.
Um,
What should we do in order for me to make them go in the center on the x-axis?
justify.
Yeah. So next time I'm not gonna say the word x-axis. Okay, you have to remember this. That if you want to have something aligned on like horizontally, you have to use justify content only if you have a flex applied. Justify
What
content.
if we did align items center?
Sorry.
What if we did align items?
So basically, align items is going to align them on the y-axis. And wait, let me
Oh, yeah.
wait. Let me put a border here so you can get this concept because this one is really important. So let me say solid and red. Why can I see the border? P dots and border. Oh, it's going to be solid, not solace.
No sound.
Yeah. So basically, if we were to do the align items, nothing's going to happen because align items move according to the height of the parent. So if you were to see here, we don't have the height. The height is equal to the children. Yeah, that's it. So they're not going to move.
So we can only use the align items if it has the height.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, let me clear it out because this is very important. For example, if I were to say, let's say, align items in the center, nothing is going to happen. Can you see the difference before and after?
No.
There's no difference exactly because the height isn't there. So wait, let me increase the height, although you should never do it. So let's say I'm gonna say 300 ps. So now we have this height, like it's big. So now if we were to do align item center, what would happen? What do you think? I haven't saved the document yet. What would happen to these dots? Like if they were to move.
Align item.
Yeah, good. We have used align items. So what would happen to these dots now?
Would they come like
Exactly, good. They're going to be centered vertically. Okay, so basically align items work according to the height of the parent. Okay, so if I were to let me save it. So now they're in the middle according to the height of the parent.
Also, that's why you use justify content in the center to do it horizontally.
Yeah, exactly, that's it.
Okay.
So basically the align items move according to the height of the parent and justify content move according to the width of the parent according to the x-axis and y-axis rule. Okay, so let me remove this one, this one, this one. अच्छा एक मिनट लगाते हैं इसको, हम कहते हैं सेव इट. ओके, हम कहते हैं लेट्स से टेक्स्ट लाइन सेंटर. काम नहीं करेगा. आपकी बात भी ठीक है एक तरह से. पता है कैसे? इफ़ वी हैड इन लाइन एलिमेंट्स इनसाइड दीज डिव्स सो इट वुड अलाइन देम सेंटर ऑन द सेंटर. क्योंकि सेंटर में इसलिए ले आता क्योंकि बेसिकली व्हेन यू हैव इन लाइन एलिमेंट इनसाइड अ डिव सो बेसिकली वो उसको टेक्स्ट ट्रीट करता है. ठीक है, अगर आपका एक एलिमेंट है दैट इज इनसाइड अ डिव सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी ट्रीटेड एज अ टेक्स्ट. Okay, so yeah, so I want them to be in the center. What should I do?
Justify content.
Yeah, good, justify content. Okay, so I want to have all these red dots in all of the other cards as well. So I'm just going to copy all of this, the B dots, and go inside the next test card, paste it, the next test card, paste it, the next test card, paste it, and we don't have to design it again because these classes are already styled. Okay, so save it. Now we have this in every card. So now I need to have a little margin from the bottom side. So what should I do? Go inside the main div, okay, and then we're gonna say margin and 1 rem 0. What would this mean?
One from the top and bottom.
Yeah, good, and 0 from the
And 0 from one.
good. But we would run into a problem. This, what's the problem?
The squares went down too.
Yeah, good. So what should be the solution? Like why did they went down? Why the squares pushed down? Like we have set 1 rem from.
Top and bottom.
Yeah, so basically they have a margin from top and bottom. So we're gonna have to put let's say 4 parameters. So we're gonna say 0, that is from top, from I want 0 margin from the top, 0 from the right, 1 rem from the bottom, and 0 from the left. Or there's a simple solution. We can simply say margin and then bottom, and we'll only have the margin from the bottom. Any questions?
No.
Okay, good. So let us do this last section and then we can wrap up the class, because this section is almost similar, like it's so much similar to this one. I guess previously we have only created the website until this point, yes, and I have given you this part as homework.
Yeah.
So let's do this section and we can then close the class. So how much time do we have left for the meeting? We have 8 minutes, so we can set it up. We can set up the basic structure and then we can start the new class. So what should I name it?
Top deals.
Yeah, good. We can say top deals, or we can say deals section, or deals container. Let's stay consistent with the names. Deals container. So inside the deals container, I'm not going to draw the entire thing again because it's almost similar. How many divs do we have inside this deals container?
2.
2, good. So we'll have the, let's say, deals top, okay, and then we can say deals bottom. Staying consistent with the names is really important because when you debug the code, what does debugging mean?
Like fixing an issue.
Yeah, good. So basically when you debug something, it'll be really helpful because you would now remember the names. So inside the deals top, what is this?
The heading.
Yeah, good. Which one?
H1.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
H1 should only be used once. It will be H2.
H2.
Yeah, you have to stay consistent with the names above, with the headings above. This was H2, but this one should also be H2. So it will be saying top deals. And what is this?
The HR.
Good. We're going to say HR. That's very good. So let's go inside the deals bottom. So what do we have? Cards. Yeah, 4 cards. So what should we name the cards?
You can do top deal cards. Is that too big?
Yeah,
Or
it's
D dash
yeah,
cards.
good. We can say D card. Card, okay, because it's a singular card. So how much time do we have? We have 6 minutes. Yeah, it's the structure is going to be laid perfectly. Okay, so the top sections, let's deal with this later. So first of all, we have this image. So I'm going to right click, copy image address, image. How much should be the width of this image?
100%.
Very good. Width 100%. Flex is auto going to arrange it. And then we have, what is this? This is, which heading is this? What do you think?
Heading 4.
4 or 5
5.
something. So yeah, it
5.
should be 5. So it's 5. What is this?
What is what? Which one?
This one.
Oh, a paragraph.
Yeah, good. Paragraph. So let me copy this one. Let me put T because T was cut out. And this, what is this?
This can. Oh,
Is this a heading or paragraph?
I want to say paragraph.
Uh-huh.
But
This
but
was
then-
paragraph. So this is bold as compared to this one.
Oh, a heading 6.
Yeah. Heading 6 would be, I guess, it would be too small because it's a little bit smaller than this one.
Okay, so just use 5 again.
Yeah. Because this one, I guess this was, no, it should be H6. You're right. Because
Yeah,
if,
I think I.
yeah, because you said H5 for this one, so it's a little smaller than
Yeah.
this one, so it should be H6. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You're right. Okay, so let's say H6. Paste it. And lastly, we have, what is this? What is this?
A button.
Yeah, a button. So we're gonna say button, and it's going to say add to bucket, and this one is this icon, but icon is going to be plain. We still have 4 minutes. Okay, so you can copy this icon from the bootstrap, but I think I remember the name of this icon. So I'm going to say I tag with the class of bi plus. Okay, so you can copy it. You don't have to memorize it. If you were to go into the bootstrap icons website, and if you were to search for plus here, so I guess we need this one or this one. So what's his name? bi plus. So we have written the same thing, bi plus. So you can copy it down. So the structure is ready. Okay, so how many cards do we need?
4.
4. So I'm gonna copy this. Copy it down 3 more times. So 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's good. So I'm gonna end the class and I'm gonna send you a new meeting. So it'll be, I guess, 15 more minutes and we can wrap up the class then. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Perfect.
so let me pause the recording as well.
All right.
Okay, so now I want these 5 cards to be aligned side by side. What should I do? Like it's the same
Display
question.
flex.
Yeah, good. It's the same question again and again. So basically in a website, it's the same question that's going to be repeated. So where should I put the display flex?
And the parent.
Who's the parent?
The deal. No. Where's
I guess you were right. You were saying it
the
correctly.
deal's bottom?
Yeah, it was deals bottom. So we're gonna say because every card, if you were to see here, D card, every D card is basically enclosed in deals bottom. So deals bottom is the parent. So we're gonna say deals dash bottom, and we'll say display it to be flex. Save it. Yeah, it's perfectly aligned. What should we do next? Now this time I'm not gonna tell you about the designing and everything. You have to do it on your own. Like it's looking really good from the top section, but this one isn't. So what should I do?
The width,
Yeah, very good. The weight. The weight of what?
width of the image, the whole part.
Yeah, good. The whole parent. The whole parent. So who's the whole parent?
Zero container.
Yeah, good. Deals container. So we're gonna say deals container. So it'll be deals dash container. What should I do? How much width should I put? It should be in line with the top sections. How?
Hold on, hold on.
Where
I
is it?
forgot. I think it was 7%.
Not 7. It was
Hold on, what did we put?
70%.
Oh, 70.
Okay.
70.
So we're gonna say width to be 70%. So I want them in the center. What should I do?
Margin.
Good. So I'm gonna say margin 2 rem from the top and bottom, outer from the left and right. Yeah, it's good. So now I want to target this one. What was this one? Should I have to go back to HTML or do you remember what this was?
H2.
H2 in what? H2 was present. Which H2? Like we have many H2s.
Oh, the the parent is
Who's the parent?
the deal's container.
Deal
The
standard.
deal's top.
Yeah, the deal stop. So we're gonna say dot deal dash stop and then space h2, meaning get me the h2 that is inside the deal stop. We're gonna say text transform uppercase. Yeah, and I want to target this hr now. So what should I do? Like, what should
The
you do?
deal's deal top.
Very good. Deal stop and then
HR.
go to hr. So what's the first thing we have to do? What should we do? The first thing. Like, what should I do with
The
this
width.
picture? Yeah, good. The width, so it should be, I guess, 7%. What's 7%? Yeah. What's the next thing?
The height. No.
Yeah, good. The height.
Yeah,
Let's
the
say it was
height.
3px. Good. Next thing is going to be, let's say, background. And let's remove the border. So border to be none.
None.
Yeah, good. So now let's move towards these cards. So first of all, we have to give it some background. So what was the name of the single card? What's the name of
Simple card was D
the
card.
D card? Yeah, good. I'm gonna say D card, and I'm gonna say background color. This one. So they would have the color, but they're now
The gap
yeah, the gap. So where should I put the gap?
and the parent.
Who's the parent?
Uh, D deal's top.
Not
No,
top.
deal's container.
Deal's bottom. The
Oh,
cards are inside the deal's bottom. So we're gonna say gap, and let's say 1 rem. Yeah, now they're looking good. So what we should do more is I want to have these red dots, and if you were to see, these red dots are basically same as the top red dots. Yeah. So do we have to
Yeah.
style again, or there's something else we can do?
We can copy.
Yeah, good. We can copy. We can name the classes same as we have given to the top section, and it will be aligned perfectly. So I guess it was B dots. Yeah, it was V dots. So the main parent should be called B dots because the styling is already done in the styles for the B dots. Okay. Inside the B dots, we're gonna have the divs with the name of red scare because red scares are already styled in
is
CSS.
it you wrote a Q at the end.
Sorry.
You spelled red wrong.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Wait,
Red.
can you just copy paste what you wrote on the top? instead of writing it all over again? Because it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
we can do that, we can do that. But I was actually
Okay.
telling you why are we doing it. So we can
Oh,
copy it.
okay, okay.
Okay, we can
Because
copy it.
it would be the same. It's targeting the same thing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's
So the classes should be the same. Okay, in order for it to work, you have to have the same classes.
okay.
Okay, so let me
Got it.
copy it, and we can copy it in the second card as well. Where's the second card? Here it is. I guess now we're getting really good developers, because I guess really professional developers, because we have around 500 lines of code at the moment. So around
Oh
300
wow.
here and around 200 here. So it's too much. But there would come a time when we would have literally 20,000 or 30,000 lines of code.
Wow.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a lot.
Okay, so yeah. So what's with this one? Why can't we see this one? I guess we have missed this one. I was discard this one, and where's the second one? Yeah, we haven't put it here. So here, yeah, it looks good now. So what more do we have is, yeah, we need to have spacing from the top. So what should we do? Padding or margin?
Margin.
Yeah, good margin. Margin to what? What should we give margin to?
The top.
No. Like which element do we have to put margin in?
Oh, the red squares.
No, no.
And
What
the
I meant
red
to say
the
is
dots.
like these cards are basically attached to these red line. So I want to have margin to the entire container. This bottom one. So what was this
The
bottom one?
deals. The
Yeah,
bottom.
good.
What
Teal's bottom. So margin I'm gonna say 2 rem and 0, like 2 rem from top and bottom, 0 from left and right. Yeah, now it looks good. Okay, so let's move towards this one. So what I want to do is I want to have a little spacing from this side. What should I do?
From which side?
This was this side. Look, if you were to look here,
Oh,
here.
margin right?
Not margin.
Or margin left? No, it would be padding.
Yeah, good. It will be padding because we want to space from the inside.
Inside.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
So what should we give padding to? Which element should we give padding to? Like I wanna have padding here. And what is this element? This one. This single
This
one.
one is the card.
Yeah, good. It was D card.
D card.
So if I were to say padding, let's say 1 rem, it won't work like I expect it to. Why is that? Like what does 1 rem here refers to? Like 1 rem from
From the top and bottom?
all sides, all 4 sides.
All sides of the screen.
Okay, so what I want here is I don't want to have padding from the top. I want to have padding from all other sides, but not from the top. So what I can say is, let's say padding 0,
0.
1
And
rem.
then do the rest of the number.
Yeah, good, exactly. So I want 0 from the top, right, 1 from the right, 1 from the bottom, 1 from the left. So now we would have, yeah, we have these. Okay, looks good. So what I want to have now is I want to have spacing inside these one, like this heading, this paragraph, and this, what is this price. What should I do? I want to have spacing between these three.
I think it was BR.
BR?
Did we do BR for spacing?
No, we should not, we should never use BR. Okay, there's something else we can use.
Padding?
Padding is from the inside. I want it from the,
Margin?
yeah. So we can target this only this paragraph. Okay, we can only target this paragraph. So we can say D card and then P. What would this mean?
The D card paragraph?
Yeah, good. The paragraph that is inside the D cards, and we can say margin. Let's say 0.5 rem and 0. Like I want to have margin from top and bottom. Look, can you see now? We can see the space now. Okay, so let's target this button now. So this button is really beautifully placed, like inside this, like it's halfway inside the card and halfway outside the card. So what was the name of the card? Sorry, the button. So what I can say is I can say a D card and then button. What would this mean? Like get me the button that is inside the D card. So first of all, let's style the button to look like this, and then we can place the button. So what should we do with the button?
It needs a background color.
Very good. It needs a background color, so we're gonna say background color and then this. Good.
Nice
What more?
padding.
Good. We can use padding. There's a 0.5 from top and bottom, and 1 from left and right. Yeah, good. What more?
The
What more?
text.
Yeah, good. The text. So color white. What more? Look.
Needs to be uppercase.
Yeah, good. It has to be uppercase. Good. So we're gonna say text transform uppercase. What more?
It has to be in the middle.
I guess it is already in the middle. No, no, no. First
It
we
is.
have to style the button, like that from the
Mm,
inside
it's
the
a
button.
bold.
Yeah, good. It's bold.
Make it bolder, yeah.
So font weight. Let's say bolder. It's not working. Let's give it a
So you could
number.
use the
Yeah,
numbers.
good. We can use the numbers. It's too bold now.
Yeah.
No, now it's good. Okay, what more? There's still something
Uh,
left.
let me see. You need to space it out.
Before that, there's something
The
else.
border.
The border, yeah. So we're gonna say border
Let me
and
see.
let's say none. One last thing remains for this button.
Let me
What should
see.
I do?
Can you go back to
Yeah,
other
yeah, wait, wait.
picture?
Here it is.
Oh, border radius.
Yeah, exactly. Border radius. So border radius, just 5 pixels, and let me reduce this padding from left and right. It's too much. So let's say 0.6 maybe. Yeah, now it's good. So now the thing is, how can we get this button like this? What do you think we should?
You gotta use hover.
No, no, no. Before this, not this hover effect. First, I have to position this
Oh,
button like this. Like I want it
oh,
to
in the
be.
middle.
Yeah, here.
So the margin.
Yeah, good. We can use margins. So we can say margin and then auto. So it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Why is
Is
that?
that one?
Uh,
We have
oh,
to.
this
Block. It's gonna
Yeah,
block.
good,
you have
good.
to display. Yeah, you have to
Because the
display it as
Display.
block.
good because the button is inline. Okay, so margin auto doesn't work on
Yeah.
the inline elements. So we have to make it
Yeah,
what? Block.
display it as
Display
block.
block.
Good, exactly. It's in the middle, but we want to push it down. What should
Push
we
it
do?
down. So use margin. No, you could use margin from the top and
Yeah,
bottom.
good. We can use margin top. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But it's not going to work. Look, if we were to use margin top, it's going to push it from the top,
Oh.
but it's going to elongate the
Yeah.
card. So, what should we do? We're going to use margin bottom.
Okay.
So, what would happen if I were to say, let's say 3 rem? It's going to push it from the bottom, like here.
Yeah.
Yeah? But what would happen if I were to do it negative 3 rem?
Negative.
What would happen? What do you think? First
It
it
will
was,
go below.
yeah,
It will go below
exactly.
down.
Now it's gonna work in reverse. Like first it was pushing from the down, now it's gonna push
Yeah.
upwards. So save it.
Yeah.
Now we have it in
Got it.
like it's not right. It has to be a little less, I guess. 2 maybe. Yeah.
Is my ball on? I can't see from the back.
Wait, let me. Can you see it now?
Is it bumpy?
Wait, let
It's
me.
bumpy here.
You can see the button.
Muddy what? Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
My bad.
So the one last thing is I want to have some space from this side to this one. I want to have some space here. So we can target this one. This was I guess 8.6. So we can say D card and then 8.6. Like get me the 8.6 that is inside the D card, and we can say margin bottom. I want to have some margin 2 rem. No, that's too much. Let's say 1 rem. Yeah, now it looks good. So yeah. So these are the 2 sections that we have did today, and this is your homework. Okay, I'm not gonna ask you to do all of it again because we are going to do it in the next class, inshallah. But for today's class, this is your homework, and you have to submit me by tomorrow, or maybe let's say a day after tomorrow. You have only 2 days, and I'm gonna assign you a new task
Okay.
afterwards.
Sorry.
These 2 sections, that's it. So for the other website, the other part of the website, we're gonna do it in the inshallah in the next class. But you have to submit me like you have 2 days. Okay, maybe on Friday. Okay, I'm gonna assign you a new task on Friday.
Okay.
Okay, but there's something left. Wait. There's something left. This heart
Yeah,
is,
the heart.
yeah, this is important. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna go inside the D card, and I'm gonna create. This is the icon. Okay, so I guess I do need know the name of this icon. It's called BI bi hard. You can copy it from the bootstrap. Okay, so yeah, with that we have this hard. Okay, so let me give it a custom class. Let's say I'm gonna say what should I say for this one? uh, Give me a name for this one.
Can you just say heart?
Yeah, we can say hard. Yeah, yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good. So tell me, how can I, basically align this heart like here? I want to make it go here without disturbing the layout. I don't want heart to disturb the layout, but I want to move it here. What should I
You can
do?
make the position
Very
relative
good.
to absolute.
Exactly. That's exactly what we have to do. So who's going to be relative and who's going to be absolute?
The relative will be the parent.
Very good. And who's the
And then the
parent?
absolute is the child.
And who's the parent? Who's the
Of the
parent?
heart?
The parent is
Of the heart?
the heart is a child.
No, yeah, I'm asking if you're asking about the heart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who's the parent of the heart?
Parent will be, you can make the card
Yeah,
the
good.
parent.
The heart, the parent of the heart is the child. Sorry, the parent of the heart is the card. So we're gonna say position relative. Okay, and for the heart, let me target it. Target, and I'm gonna say position absolute. So now it's not going to disturb the layout. If you were to see here, it's basically it's pushing this down. Okay, so when you put position absolute, it basically it's independent of the layout, so it's not going to disturb any layout now. So you can see it like it's not disturbing anything. So I want this heart to be here. What should I do?
Put the space on the left.
Yeah, here, like the one, like I have where I have my cursor right now.
Aren't you gonna do the same thing you did with the price?
Which price? This one? No. We have now used positions, so we can use the 4 properties now.
Oh.
Where were those 4 properties we can now use? Top, right?
Sorry, what was top, right?
Yeah.
Margin.
So
And
now,
then
so what?
translate.
Now it's gonna get it to the middle. We want it here. So what should we do?
Top, right.
Mm, Yeah, it'll be like this. You're right. So we're gonna be right top.
Can we use margin?
No. When you use positions, you don't have to use margins. So let's say top, and maybe 10 pixels. I want to push it down from the top at 10 pixels. So now it's like 10 pixels from the top. So now I want it here. So from
Right.
which position? Yeah, good. So we're gonna say right, and let's say 10 pixels. I want to push it from the right side as 10 pixels. So now we have our heart here. We can make it big. So hearts are basically text. So basically, sorry, icons are text. So we can say font size. Let's say maybe 2 rem. Nah, it's too big. 1 rem. 1.3. Yeah, it's good. And we can change the color. So we're gonna say color. Here you go. And you can copy this heart for the following cards as well. Yeah, paste it. Next card, paste it. And next card, paste it. So now you have hearts in every card. Okay, so this is your homework. Like, you have created sections up until this point, but you have to change the width of this section, okay, in your assignments. Now you have to continue from that point onwards, and you have to create these 2 sections only. That's the only homework you have, but you have only 2 days. Okay, the today's and Friday. Okay, you have to submit it on the Friday.
Okay.
Any questions?
Okay. No.
Okay, great. So inshallah we're gonna.
Question.
Yeah.
Have you created any professional websites? Like, as in like the ones that are currently working?
Yeah, I have created a professional website. In fact, I am currently creating a website. It's basically it's not a website. Sorry, it's a mobile application. So you're gonna see it really soon on Play Stores and iOS, App Stores as well, inshallah. Okay. So basically, when you learn web development, now you are basically almost like 70 to 80% mobile developers as well. So that's a really good thing about web development. So mobile development and web development are like siblings, you can say. So if you know one thing, the other thing is going to be a piece of cake. Okay. So I'm gonna link you up to the websites I've created. Inshallah, I'm gonna share the links in your group, and you can watch them and check them out.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Welcome. Any more questions?
That's it.
Okay.
No,
Okay. Thank you. We're gonna meet inshallah next week. Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah
Thank you.
Hafiz.
Allah
Thank you.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.